Hundreds of Canadian passengers say they are relieved to be home after spending 10+ hours stranded at an airport in Punta Cana. They say Sunwing left them outside in the blazing heat without food and water.
Babies in this sweltering heat with no food or water, you willingly did that to us. Whether or not going back and forth, that's not okay.
The scene from Punta Cana International Airport in the early Friday morning hours. A group of Canadians flying Sunwing dealt with multiple delays stretching over 3 days.
It was one of the most horrendous experiences I've ever had, and I've been traveling for a very long time.
Nadine Khalaf went with her boyfriend to Punta Cana on a graduation trip. They were supposed to be back in Toronto on Wednesday. With the first delay, they were able to stay at their resort, but that wasn't the case for the following delays.
We got at the airport roughly 12:45 a.m. Nobody was there. Like everything was closed. No water, no food, no like any access. It was hot. It was really humid. And they were basically like, okay, you gotta wait here. And initially we were supposed to leave at 3:15.
Yeah.
Yep, and then it was supposed to be 7:20 a.m. And that's what they kept it as the entire time. We didn't leave until 9:30.
They were among hundreds of other Canadians forced to spend the night at the Punta Cana airport.
There was lots of children crying. That was really hard to see because they couldn't drink water. The moms couldn't feed them or anything like that. And people were sleeping on the benches. We slept on the bench because we got so tired. People sleeping on the floor, babies sleeping on the floor.
Some lady who actually was on the phone with the Sunwing representative, she actually fainted because of the heat, and an ambulance had to come.
We reached out to Sunwing for a comment. A spokesperson says the company is aware of the incident and acknowledged that flight delays are being brought on by an unprecedented level of crew restraints. Further adding, the length of delays would not allow for enough time to shuttle passengers back to their hotels and then back to the airport in time to check in for their new return flight home. In ordinary circumstances, passengers would receive vouchers to purchase meals and refreshments at the airport. However, airport vendors were closed during the period of time that our customers were waiting to board their flight. Impacted passengers are entitled to compensation. This traveler feels the airline was simply trying to save money by avoiding hotel costs.
All they had to do was call the hotline that I know is like starred at the top of all their phones and say, hey, turn the bus around, or hey, don't leave yet.
Transport Minister Omar Al-Gabra had this to say about the challenges of traveling right now locally and around the world.
The many airports and airlines have had to deal with the same surge in demand and lack of labor, but that doesn't necessarily offer me any comfort. At the end of the day, I want to make sure that Canadian travelers are able to travel peacefully and enjoyably.
Not the case for this group of Canadians.
It was such a beautiful trip, and it's so sad it had to end this way. It was like, it's horrible. I'm actually really upset.
At Toronto Pearson International Airport, Maleeha Sheikh, City News.